All right. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? And here we are on a Saturday. You probably say, well, what's going on Saturday? How's this going down on a Saturday? Well, this is Saturday Sit Down with G, the number one Cowboy fan in Hampton. So, and one reason I'm able to do this because my Pee Wee 11U Next Level Predators are in the playoffs, and we don't play until tonight. So that's a lot of reasons why I haven't been able to do on Saturdays, due to the fact that coaching Pee Wee football, and we finished the regular season 7-0. Thank you very much. And we were able to move on to the playoff as the number one seed. So today or tonight we play at 7:30. We play at North Fort Worth, which we play the number 8 seed, which I don't take anybody lightly. So I just want to say at this moment, I want to say congratulations to our 11U Next Level Predators. Let's give it up. Yeah, for sure, man. I tell you what, I'm so proud of these kids, man. I mean, after coaching for about 30 years, man, it's just been, basically, things start to slow down because you've seen so much. And I want to give a big shout out to our coaches, Coach Shane, Coach Cordell, which brought us all together, Coach Terry, Coach Jesse, Coach Prince, and the Next Level organization for allowing us to come together and coach this team. So we got a great group of boys, man, and these kids, we have an opportunity to mentor as well as coach these kids. So great group of kids, man. These kids are focused, and they're on this road to the Super Bowl. So, now I can't control what the Dallas Cowboy does. I can only voice my opinion when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. But what I can say, I do have some control of my 11U Next Level Predators. So, so, but here we are, man. I'm the host of the Cowboy Huddle. Again, I want to thank all the subscribers and all those that follow this channel. Without you guys and women, this is absolutely impossible. I go back to the days when I only had probably 5 followers, 5 subscribers. So, and we're getting closer and closer to that 1K subscribers. So I've been doing everything trying to promote our this channel. I've been doing everything to try to get more subscribers. So here we are in the second half of our season. Dallas Cowboys have a bye this week, so which is really, really needed, due to the fact that we did have some injuries. We had some players that went down. I'd seen KJ, JK, Jerron Curse go down a few times. Zeke is still kind of nursing the knee and everything, so everybody needs to heal up. Dak got his hand stepped on, so it's a great time to be where we are at 6-2. Now we know that November 1st has passed, and we all been saying, well, what happened? Why we didn't get a receiver? Why we didn't do this? Well, we did get something. We did get Jonathan Hankins, which I called him Nathan Hankins, in the live stream that we did. But Jonathan Hankins, which has definitely made a difference in this run game. It's been told that when he was in the game, that the Chicago Bears, which is basically ranked the 3rd rushing offensive team in the league, they had under 50 yards when he was in the game, and they had a little bit more when he was out of the game, which it was definitely well known, and it was well seen while he was on the field of his appearance on the field. So big ups to Jonathan Hankins and his role with the Dallas Cowboys. But back to what I was saying earlier, and like I say, guys, everything that I say is my opinions or through research that I have come up with these observations. So, with that said, I know, like we said, November 1st has passed, and we was talking about why we didn't go get a receiver and why I know we wanted the linebacker, which I would say that would have been a great push as well, but we never did go get Bobby Wagner. We did never go get the other individual, Von Miller. So I just didn't think we was going to go that route. I think Jerry Jones and Will McClay and all those guys, I think they really believe that we can do what's needed with what we have. And we did bring a cornerback in from Atlanta Falcons as well. So we have made some moves. But again, when we talk about this situation with the receivers, number one, like I said on the live last Wednesday, um, we had a receiver in Amari Cooper, and we released Amari Cooper for a fifth round pick, which was very, 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 very disrespectful, you know, to Amari Cooper as far as what he done at when the time he was here with the Cowboys versus before he got here. And we did see at the beginning of the season that our offense was a little stagnant, and it kind of reminded me of the years before we had got Amari. So, but it seems here now lately we've kind of been, doing a little bit better after watching Dak in this last game. But again, so we asked about the receivers. We was talking about Brandon Cook. We was talking about DJ Moore. And, again, Brandon Cook basically is one that will be owed a lot of money on next season, $18 million. And that's money that we could have gave Amari Cooper. Same thing with DJ Moore. We would have to give up something. But I was doing some research and on yesterday and this morning, and I was just, we know that there's one individual out there that everybody's talking about, and it's Odell Beckham Jr. and his possibility. Now, with Odell Beckham Jr., let's see if I can pull it up. There's several teams that are looking at him. There's several teams: the Giants, Miami, Kansas City, and who else? The Giants. Yeah, the Giants. So I say that to say, is it possible? Is it a chance that? Oh, Gary, you gotta be kidding, Gary. What are you talking about? Well, think about this here. Right now, according to Sports Track market value calculation, Beckham is now projected to fetch a contract that pays him an average annual salary of 13.1 million over the next two seasons. So that's probably about 6.5 a year. It's pretty cheap. But you might say, well, what they have to do with the Cowboys? Well, there's another team that, like I said, that's showing interest in Odell Beckham Jr. And they just so happen to be in our division. So now it becomes a business move. Do we allow our rival New York Giants to bring this individual to their team? Or do Jerry say, and pull a Deion Sanders, Charles Haley move, a Terrell Owens move, and say, nope, before you go there, instead of playing against them, we'll play with them. So even though the deadline has passed, it's still a possibility that, Dallas could uh, throw an offer to OBJ. And I know we're saying, well, and I did say that this offense was made up of two wide receivers and a tight end. But again, do you want to play against OBJ, or would you rather play with OBJ? Just something to think about. And which not would OBJ just be a uh, a player, but we also have to think about he can also become a necessity. because right now what we have is CD Lamb, Michael Gallup, and our tight end, and then we have James Washington, which we don't know. We don't know if he's proven yet. We have Jalen Tolbert, which he's just not ready. So what if CD Lamb goes down? What if Michael Gallup goes down? Who falls in? Noah Brown, which Noah Brown has been doing good, but is he better than OBJ? Something to think about. So there is a possibility that we might reach out to OBJ. Now, that's not necessarily then he's saying he will play right now because he's still going through his recovery of his ACL. But close to December, he could probably be ready. So don't be surprised if we see OBJ in a Dallas Cowboy uniform. I'm just saying, it's something to think about. Now it becomes a business move. Do we want to play against OBJ or do we want to play with OBJ? Because definitely they're talking about OBJ reuniting with his former team, New York Giants, and they're 6-2, and they have the offensive coordinator from the Buffalo Bills over there, so that gives them a leg up. In which they're 6-2 and we're 6-2, so this could be the deal breaker. So don't be surprised. But it's just something I'm thinking about, that could possibly happen. It's coming from your boy, G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton. So with that being said, guys, after what we've seen up to now, here we are, at the bye right now. And now, like I said earlier, that everybody's recovering from injuries and nursing their injuries and trying to bounce back for this second half. But what I want to do right now, I want to take the time and give a thumbs up to certain people. And I got 5 players that I would like to give a thumbs up to. And there's no particular order, but I think these individuals have held it down. Well, I might need to say 6. I have to say 6. I'm about to say 6 players. And first of all, I'm going to say Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was one that I have to give a thumbs up to, backup starter, whatever you want to call him. But for him to hold down this team up to this point, I have to give him a thumbs up. Okay. Number 2 would have to be Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, we was uncertain of what we was going to see. First game we saw him back, it was a little shaky, but, around about the fourth quarter, against the Lions, he started looking a little bit more comfortable. Then with the Bears game, it just seemed like, things are back in place. So big thumbs up to Dak Prescott for his bounce back and his recovery from his injury. The next one would be Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard in the absence of Zeke Elliott stepping in, and filling the role. And right now they're saying that Tony Pollard has more yards than several Kamara, what's his name? Yeah, Kamara, Alvin Kamara, Zeke Elliott, some others, Eckert, and all these old guys that's below him for what he's done so far. So we have to give a thumbs up to Tony Pollard. This is a quiet thumbs up, but this guy has really been holding it down. Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith has been holding it down up to this point. And yes, there are some growing pains that we have witnessed, but they're rookie growing pains. So big thumbs up to Tyler Smith and his due diligence to this team and his responsibility of holding it down at that tackle position. So he is actually living up to that first round pick that we thought he was. So big ups to Tyler Smith. The next one, Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons has made a big difference with this defense just because he's one of those guys that you have to keep your eye on. And he is a contributor that has brought pressure to these offenses. And the guy's been playing lights out, so big thumbs up to Michael Parsons. And last but not least, and this is just my top 6 players. You guys might have others. It's just mine. I'm not saying that this is facts. This is my opinion. Okay, so I know some people will say, "Oh, he's crazy. He's an idiot," but these are my opinion. This is what I think. and everybody has a right to think what they want to think. But my next and last but not least player would be Donovan Wilson. Donovan Wilson has played lights out up to this point, knowing that Malik Hooker has been out, him stepping in. Jaron Curse was out for a while, and this guy steps in and just definitely was the second Micah Parson of the defense. So, yeah, for sure, man, I have to get a thumbs up to D-Dub, as far as what he's done up to this point. So, yeah, I'm my thumbs up to these individuals that has held it down up until this point. And which leads me to, my expectations. What are my expectations right now? Now that we're getting ready to start the second half of the season. Now, number one, uh, after seeing what Kellen Moore did on how he did the play calling on last week, if he could continue to keep that NASCAR mentality. We always use this NASCAR. It's just a hurry up offense. NASCAR. I used to always use it 7-on-7. And basically, it's just a hurry up offense, moving the ball, mashing the gas, coming out on all cylinders. And, if we can continue to see that, and I continue to say, why haven't our offense looked like the Buffalo Bills? Why haven't our offense looked like Kansas City and Miami and things like that, knowing that we have the weapons? Well, I think we got a good sample of what this offense can look like. And then if you add OBJ, oh man. So, and we might find ourselves back there, but this is my expectations to Kellen Moore to continue to be creative with the play calling, and continue to distribute the ball around, continue to run the ball, continue to get in scoring range. If we can't score, get the field goal. Along with that expectation, I expect the offense to continue to execute. Offense must continue to execute and have to finish the drives and have to continue to get in scoring position. So, it's just something that, I wanted to share with you guys, man. But these are some of my expectations from our Dallas Cowboys, man. Like I say, here we are. We're just fans, man. We're fanatics of our Cowboys, and this is where we come, and we just come to talk about our Cowboys. So, it's just one of those deals, and I just wanted to get on here and share this with you, man. Knowing that we gotta buy this week. But again, let's make this push as we start the second half of this season in Wisconsin. Mike McCarthy's homecoming. And I'm sure if these boys understand what this means to Mike McCarthy to go up there and get the win, I'm sure they're going to ball out. But again, here it is, guys. NFC is wide open. Green Bay is not who they used to be. Tampa Bay is struggling. Tom Brady has issues going on with him. 49ers are trying to get somewhere. The Eagles, basically, we talk about the Eagles. We already know Eagles hadn't played anybody. That's just it. And they beat us with a backup quarterback, which we almost had them on the rope and went for the knockout. But I definitely have to see them again on Christmas Eve. So that'd be a great Christmas gift for us. But so hopefully the players in the locker room realize and recognize that this is the opportunity, that it's fair game, the playing field is wide open, and that we have to have a sense of urgency to get where we want to go, because this opportunity may not present itself again due to free agency, salary caps, and things like that. So personally, I say, let's make this push. Kick some doors in, kick some ass, take some names. It's your boy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan Hamilton. And like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream.